Hey y'all, I'm Lachlan, and in today's video, I am going to be working on Solime, so like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to see every time that I post. I was out for a little bit, especially all last week, because an unfortunate thing happened. My grandmother passed away, and so we had to travel out of town, go to the funeral, visit family. Yeah, it was difficult. But I am back. I worked on this before we were gone, but I still wanted to share it with you. But that is the area we are going to be working on. And here is the map of how it looks like right now. I am going to essentially do a lot of terraforming today. And I actually did a lot more decorating and things last week since I was gone. I essentially just needed to do something other than think about things and be sad. So more has been done on the island since this video as well. So I hope that's okay. But yes, today is going to be a lot of terraforming being had. And then I'm going to be doing 2 little builds as well. 1 little picnic spot area. And then just like a little foresty area behind a previous build that I've done. So yeah, here's how the map looks like right now. But let's get right into the terraforming. I am essentially going to let y'all watch a little bit of this with just the music, and then I'll come in occasionally because there are some points I want to touch on whenever I get to that point essentially. So yes. Oh, one other thing too. If you noticed, the intro is different, the music's still the same, and the outro is also different as well, the graphics. So I essentially got my PFP, or my profile pic, done on all of my socials. I commissioned B Draws over on Instagram. I'll include a link down below to her socials. Go check her out. She went above and beyond for me with these socials, and she did great. She ended up doing 4 different renditions of what I was initially thinking. She had wonderful ideas, and it just turned out really great. And I'm just really happy to have this little revamp of all of my socials and my intro and outro here for YouTube. So yes, go give her some love, go follow her, go commission her. She has merch and things as well. Her art style is just super cute, and yeah, go check her out. But let me let you watch some of this, and I will come in just a moment. So one thing I didn't mention when I showed the map earlier, and I forgot until just now, here is what the map looks like now after some of that terraforming. But if you did see my earlier video of planning the map for Solime, I drew out essentially what I thought the left side of the island was going to look like. And so here is the map of what I am basically going to be doing. There will be some changes here and there, so it does evolve a bit throughout the video, but this is essentially what we're going for. And here is what the map looks like now, but I'll get back into terraforming and I'll be right back. So I basically had the landmass how I wanted it, and now I just needed to add water essentially. So I will add water, and I believe I'll add some trees as well. I can't remember. It's been over a week since I've done this build, and I didn't do the audio until today. So you'll witness this as I witness this and watch this come together. It was in this moment I realized I didn't want to just have another waterfall on this side. I kind of wanted to have the similar waterfall, but I also wanted it to lead into a sunken area on this landmass to the left, just to change it up a bit. And since I am adding a waterfall on this backside, I also made it lead into that sunken area as well. And then yet again, I wanted to do something different. Instead of doing what I normally do, I wanted to push myself a bit in terms of the sunken areas on the island, especially in the more natural parts of the island. So I am creating another sunken hole here as well, where these two waterfalls will also disperse in. And I just love how these two areas kind of turned out. I just tried to push myself just a little bit more than I normally do with my builds and just do some more water terraforming and just do something different than I usually do. So I am going to let y'all watch the rest of this, and I will come in towards the end, and then we'll get into the builds and some designing as well here in just a little bit. And with some magic of editing, here are all the trees grown in. I did do this little waterfall piece off camera, but there's not a whole lot there that you missed out on. But yes, the bridge is here now. All the trees are grown to their stuntedness and largeness, however I decided. I did a lot of the planning like I do with the newspapers, and so I knew where I wanted to plant them, but I did have to do some time traveling to get them to grow where I needed them to. So here is just like a little overlook of all of this space that I worked on. We're not going to do a lot of designing with all of these areas. We're just going to work on those two smaller areas. I just wanted to do the bulk of the terraforming is essentially the point of this video, to kind of set myself up for future builds and doing speed builds with actually more so designing in the future. So we are going to work on this little area. It's going to be basically a little picnic spot. Nothing too fancy, just something simple. And then right up here, I'm going to keep it more natural, add some glowing items. That'll come across here shortly, but let's start in the picnic area. Like I said, it's not going to be anything too wild. Very simple picnic spot. So I'll let y'all watch that piece, and then I'll come in when I get to the other area. Alright, so we finished that and you saw the little bit at the end. I'm not going to really do my walkthroughs like I do in this video, but I did show you that. So let's start up here now. Going to add in some flowers. I'll add in some of the glowing moss type of items as well, and that glowing like fountain, or I guess it's technically like a little pond, a magical pond. I did want to use that. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for this area at first. I knew I wanted the other area to be a picnic spot, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do here, and then I remembered I had all these glowing items, so I figured why not, let's add them in, and it'll just enhance the little natural area that I have going on over here. So I will call this build complete, a lot of terraforming, a lot of waterscaping, but I am glad to be back and back into the swing of things. We will be back to our regular scheduled programming next week with 2 videos. I already have one that I just need to edit for Thursday, and then I need to work on another speed build, of course. But like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you've enjoyed this video and don't want to miss out on any future content that I put out there. And thank you so much for watching.